Alright guys, we have moved on about 200 kilometers from our last campsite. This time we have moved south in the direction of Oudtshoorn, but we are still about north of it. That's where we'll have a campsite for tonight in a region they are calling the Little Karoo. So I've contacted the owners. They've got a campsite, new region for me, never been here before, and looking forward to another adventure of camping, hiking, and off-roading. The series is really starting to develop into a lot of firsts for me in terms of regions, areas that I've never been, and that's what makes it exciting in the sense that you don't go back to the same place over and over and over. There are other areas to explore, and this is for me an entirely new area. I have never been remotely close to this area at all. So let's go and explore this region, and let's get to our campsite, and we will take it from there. Get to know from the locals what are the interesting places for us to go and visit. Let's go camping, guys. If you're new here, welcome. We're glad you found us, and we hope our adventures resonates with you. If you enjoy the content, consider subscribing to our channel. And if you have been watching for a while but haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do it. It is completely free, and it really helps the YouTube algorithm share our videos with more people who love adventures like you. I have arrived at my campsite. There isn't many people here. It is somewhere between on the road between Willowmore and Oudtshoorn, but on those back roads, not on the main roads, really on the back roads. I'll try and find the actual route number and I will put it in the description below, somewhere on the screen here at the bottom. I've unpacked. I can relax now, feet up, and just enjoy the view that's lying here in front of me. I send up the drone later, and just so that you can get a feel for this place. But you should have already got a feel for this place from the entrance to where we are now, or parts of it. Beautiful place. Different from where we were this morning. I still have a vivid memory of that breakfast on top of that mountain with the little boy Aiden, who is the son of the campsite manager. But life has moved on, and Mzanzi.X as a channel have now moved into the Eastern Cape, and there are telltale signs of the Eastern Cape. There's very specific plant species that are very common in parts of the Eastern Cape. Couple of things that we're going to do here. The campsite manager here also gave me a map of the hiking trail. We spoke about the off-road trails. I was advised against doing the off-road trails because of the condition that it's in, and I could understand. And most probably it's not a good idea because I'm a solo traveler. So there may be more than one vehicle. I could have said, nah, let's go. But I'm only a solo traveler. So I'll take the advice of the locals very seriously. Good morning, guys. Wow, what a beautiful morning here in this valley. As I said, that I've crossed from the Northern Cape into the Western Cape, and now I'm in the Eastern Cape, still in the Karoo, and waking up to my first morning on the Eastern Cape side of the Karoo. What a beautiful scenery. I'm going to show you guys now how beautiful it is here. Okay, I am taking the next section on foot. I've been warned by the locals that this road is not very nice to drive. I will take the advice, even though that I do feel that the vehicle will come up here. My problem is, what if I don't have a space to turn around in front? That will be very difficult to reverse all the way back. Be it as it may, let's go and find the caves. I am no stranger to hiking solo in remote terrain. This is the kind of landscape I've navigated many times before, but it's never something to take lightly. Out here, help isn't around the corner, so Staying sharp and aware of your surroundings are everything. The cave I'm searching for should be somewhere in the mountains ahead, but as the trail began to fade and the path came to an end, I realized I've missed the turnoff. With no clear route forward, I had no choice but to head back without reaching the cave. And so my trip at El Yolo is coming to an end. I spent one night at my campsite here at El Yolo in the little Karoo. And wow, I must give them, I've enjoyed it. I had a grassed bank of campsite, not much shade, but that is not the end of the world. I did had a electrical point where I could charge my system back up again. So I was starting to run low and I was worried about my fridge. If I don't charge up my EcoFlow battery. So that's been done. So that's great. So what is it that impressed me about El Yolo? Well, first of all, from the moment that I drove onto the property, that greenery that you guys have now seen, coming from a very different type of environment, this was a welcoming return to some greenery. Enjoyed that. I was able to go to explore the property. There is enough to keep you busy for a few days. There are off-road trails. There are bush camps with no electricity. Then there are a camp area with electricity. There are Bushman caves with paintings. Unfortunately, I didn't get there. I was running out of time, as always. I had a chance to actually meet the owners. There is currently an actual change of ownership, and I could speak to the lady to give her my impression about what can make it even better. I've shared that with her, and I'm sure that they will definitely do some work around it. Nothing big, guys. It's just signage, especially on your hiking trails. Nobody wants to get lost on a hiking trail. Okay. They just got to fix that up. Other than that, guys, come into the mountains of the Eastern Cape on the Karoo side, there are many opportunities for camping, off-roading, and Iolo is just one of those. Will I recommend it? Yes, of course. Come and explore the backcountry. You will not be disappointed. Now it's time to move on. Time to go and find my next campsite. Driving further east in search of another epic campsite, just like Iolo that I just came from.